Welcome to the Morning Wood. I'm your host, John Heislop, joined as always by my friend, the great Matt Modi. Everybody knows that the best time to hit the books, lay the wood to them, is in the morning. And that's what we do every single morning on the show. If you're not subscribed already, do that right now. Don't forget. You know you're going to forget. So just hit subscribe now. Get the notifications on. You're never going to miss another one of these shows for as long as you live. While you're doing all that, let's talk about yesterday. I'm not looking at anything right now, but I think I want. Okay, there we are. We got Tarian. Here, you know what? I'll let you say what happened, Matt.
Well, yeah, the Prince one cashed out. That's to be expected. That's fine. We don't dilly dally on stuff that we know is going to happen. Jalen Williams didn't come close. That's not my fault. He couldn't make anything. The Damian Lillard one really hurts because I went to bed. He had 3 rebounds at halftime. If he just needs to get 2 in the second half, should be fine. Not a problem. I woke up. I saw that the Bucks won, so I figured perfect. The Thunder probably missed a lot of shots. Dame probably had 7 rebounds. Nope. He ended with 4. Didn't work out. It happens. It's not my fault, but that definitely hurt.
I'm glad you took full responsibility, though. That's big of you. My Giannis 6 assists, like I said, dude, that was hitting. You know what I mean? There was never a time where that was not going to hit.
Yeah.
But that definitely hit. And then I'm not sure what else happened. Oh, Andre, they didn't let him shoot in the first quarter. Not my fault. If he would have made it because the first time he shot, he actually made it.
Yeah.
So he would have made it.
That's not even his fault. Not your fault. And certainly
they
not
didn't
his
let
fault.
him shoot, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's messed up, man. We made a parlay on the stream. We had that no sweat one, the odd jam stream yesterday, and we missed 25 to get 2K by 1 Bobby Portis rebound.
Oh man,
it was sad. So there was that happen. So I was thinking more of that because Giannis kind of like evened out the board, the even money. Just made it like Andre never happened. So it basically in turn made it like the night never happened. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But we're going to move on. We're going to move on to today. And I got to be honest with you, there's not a lot today. In fact, there's almost nothing today. This feels like, remember the pandemic? Remember when that happened?
Yeah, actually, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it reminds me of that. When you'd be like, all right, what's on tonight? And like, nothing. It was just like Netflix. And like was all.
The Last Dance.
Yeah. So there was that. So it kind of reminds me of that. Although there is something, we'll probably bet some college basketball. That's going to be later on the Odd Jam stream. That's why you definitely want to be subscribed to this channel because you're going to want to see that. That's at 4 p.m. today. We're going to use the tools. We're going to find some bangers. But now we're going to focus on the NFL. There's a game tomorrow night. There's already lines. Sometimes a lot of people say that it's smart to get in early on these things. So are we doing that?
Well, there's some joke that someone would make about Morning Wood and getting things in early. I'm not going to make it because we're better than that on this show, but there's definitely a joke there. Yeah, I have a couple plays that I like. The wide receiver props, I'll just go with the first one. I mean, I know both are hitting, but I'll go with the first one that I know for a fact is hitting. And we're going to go with Courtland Sutton, 70-plus receiving yards. Do you have the same thing?
That's literally my pick, but go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, that just shows how good it is. I was really debating the receptions. So if people want to just take both, why not? Because both are probably going to hit. This is like my favorite type of wide receiver prop because he had cashed it in 6 straight games before finally missing it last week. But the volume that this dude is getting is insane. Like even last week, he only had 32 yards. He had 9 targets. In his last 7 games, he has yet to have a game where he had below 8 targets. He had 10 twice, 11 once, 9 3 times. It's just insane how much work he's getting. And you take out the first 6-7 weeks of the season because, Bo Nix was a rookie, not his fault. He wasn't playing that well. You look at 6 since week 8 and on. Courtland Sutton has like legitimately superstar wide receiver numbers. 6th highest, there we go, receiving yards per game, 5th most targets per game, 2nd best targets per route run, tied with Malik Neighbors, who like the Giants don't have anything. They just throw him the ball every single play. And the 5th best yards per route run. The Chargers passing defense is nothing that I'm scared of. They're like middle of the pack. They do allow the 5th highest ADOT, average depth of target, which is kind of what led me to the yards. But like he's going to have 6 receptions. He's going to have 70 yards. You could take both and they're easily going to cash.
I like it. I like it so much that I like my analysis better. I'm going to go Courtland Sutton, 70-plus receiving yards, plus 120 at FanDuel. We're finally getting sports back after having a night off, and God, it feels good. I wish it was a better game, but we could do far worse than the Broncos and Chargers. Although we would be ready because we just sat through the Falcons and Raiders, We're battle tested. Anyways, I don't even know where I'm going with this, but let's talk Courtland Sutton. He just had the most peewee football game of his life last week, right? 3 for 32 and a touchdown just isn't how he rolls. I know the haters are going to make fun of him for it, but that's just not his fault. The Broncos absolutely big boyed the Indianapolis Colts. They didn't even need Courtland Sutton, all right? That's why they didn't use him. That won't be the case this week. They're on the road, taking on a division rival who already beat them once this season. All hands need to be on deck here, people, mainly Courtland's hands. And this same division rival just got baptized by Mike Evans last week. The guy went for 159 on him, okay? We only need 70. This feels right.
Not only that, Jalen McMillan also went 70+ on them last week. So to even add to that. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great pick. I mean, really, really smart, handsome guys I know are on the Courtland Sutton 70+. So that one feels good. I like 70+ receiving yard props so much that I'm going to go with Ladd McConkey, 70+ receiving yards, plus 116 also at FanDuel. You might have gotten a better price. I had plus 116 on Courtland Sutton. If that got up to plus 120, that's even better for the people. So Ladd McConkey, the haters are all over this one because I was on Ladd last week. He didn't come through. That's not my fault. He had like 57 receiving yards in the first half, and then I think he ended with like 59. That's not my fault. The haters are also going to say that Patrick Surtain is playing in this game. That actually helps Ladd McConkey. And you want to know why? It's because Ladd runs 73% of his routes in the slot. Patrick Surtain is an outside cornerback. He plays like 95% of the time on the outside. So he's going to be locking up Quentin Johnston. He's going to be locking up Josh Palmer. Justin Herbert might not even look to the outside receiver. He's just going to want to go to the slot because he knows that Patrick Surtain is not there. Patrick Surtain's elite. Their slot cornerback, according to PFF, stinks. That was their official grade on him, was stinks. That's how they labeled it. And this is a Broncos pass defense in general that you could throw on. I mean, we all remember Jameis put up like 500 against them. Jerry Jeudy had 235 in that game. Elijah Moore had 111 in that game. Overall, since week 8, the Broncos have allowed the second most receiving yards per game, specifically to wide receivers. Obviously, that's going to be inflated by the Jameis game, but that did, in fact, happen. So that does still count. Ladd, having a decent rookie year. Again, he runs 73% of his routes in the slot. He's good in the slot. He's actually run the 6th most routes in the slot in the entire NFL. He's got an average targets per route run, yards per route run, like top 20, top 30, depending which one you look at. For a rookie wide receiver on the entire year, that's fine. He does have the 4th best win rate, which is good. And so he missed this last week. I think he had like 59 again receiving yards. The week before, he missed the game because he was hurt. He had gotten 70+ in 3 straight games prior to that. He actually got 100+ in 2 of those 3. They're not going to be able to run the ball because the Chargers run offense stinks and the Broncos run defense is very good, meaning they're going to throw the ball. They're not going to want to throw to the outside, which leads me to Ladd McConkey.
I like it. I like it a lot. That's actually good for me because I got Bo Nix, 225+ passing yards, plus 105 at Fanatics. So hopefully this is a throwing game because this is an absolute joke of a line, all right? I actually want to know who is really responsible for this thing. Like, who sat down at their desk at Fanatics and said, let's offer Bo Nix 225+ at plus money. Whoever did that is either an absolute fool or their Mother Teresa. There's no in between. This is literally a sports book giving away money, okay? It looks like a charity at this point. They should look into becoming a nonprofit. For starters, we're talking Bo Nix here, okay? I know the haters are going to say that he only went for $130 last week, but we already talked about that. That wasn't his fault. They embarrassed the Colts, okay? There was no need to do any more damage to them, all right? The Colts are people too. This week, the Broncos need him, okay? They'll need every point they can get. The last time these two teams played, Nix went for 216 yards, but that game was outside. This game is inside, and people don't realize, but Bo Nix is an inside cat. He always has been. That's where he does his best work. The last 2 times he went inside, the guy went 273+ in both games. We only need 225 here. This feels easy.
I like it. Yeah, all right, make sure I wasn't muted. No, that one's good. That one's solid. Yeah, no notes. That's all I got. I got 2. I like the Gus Edwards under running rushing yards, but we're not an under show, so I left that one out. But if that one does hit, I will take credit. If it doesn't hit, then I won't take responsibility.
That's smart.
But just want to tell the people I do like that one.
That's smart. Okay, that's awesome. So we can wrap now. I mean, the people got to go back to work. you have 2 days to watch this show because this game's not until tomorrow night. So that's awesome. You can get your bets in. Tomorrow we're going to be back, but we're going to talk NBA. So don't ask about NFL because we already told you. But if you do want to ask, we'll let you know too. We're cool about that. We will see you later on. Follow Jedi Modi on Twitter. Also, go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Why not, right? We need this. We'll see you at 4 o'clock today. We're going to go use the tools at OddsJam again. Like I said before, get subscribed to this channel. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you.